what's poppin' everyone? Welcome back to the Shuffle Squad. Zach Lesage here. Today we're going to be covering over the ultimate guide for Gholdengo EX. Now, Gholdengo has been around for a while. It's seen some kind of niche popularity, right? It's not necessarily been the most popular deck like Zard or Regidrago, but it has quietly got some top results at regionals, getting some solid finishes here and there. Now, with the release of Surging Sparks, we have Togekiss that has access to its Wonder Kiss ability, allowing you to draw some extra prize cards potentially along the way. This is a different build than the Palkia V-Star version of the deck, so we're going to be going over the deck list, diving fully into the strategy, running over gameplay, and more. So if you're trying to learn about this deck or just trying to watch some quality content, smash that like button, give us a subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you like. Every single comment helps boost the YouTube algorithm. So even just saying, yo, what's up, Zach? Anything like that really does help. Starting off, Gholdengo EX with its coin bonus ability allows us to draw some extra cards. Not really anything super crazy. We see this on other Pokemon such as Kirlia, even the Radiant Greninja that we feature in this deck. We need to have some kind of draw engine, and really Gholdengo is its own draw engine. We're not necessarily playing it for coin bonus, definitely a bonus, but we are looking for its Make It Rain attack, doing 50 times the amount of energies you're going to be pitching from your hand to make it rain. Now this is where the deck gets a little bit better, because in Surging Sparks, not only did we get the Togekiss, we got Energy Search Pro. So you can search your deck for any number of basic energy Pokemon, or basic energy, not Pokemon, and you can grab one of each different type. That's why we have all the different types of basic energies. So Energy Search Pro does allow us to kind of have that first big Make It Rain attack with Gholdengo, allowing us to hit for 350 to knock out a Charizard, or 300 damage to knock out a Regidrago V-Star. Now, the other buff that this deck got from Surging Sparks is going to be Gimmighoul. Slight buff. We got a same 70 HP, same 2 energy retreat cost, but we do have minor error running, so we have a small way to search through energies, having a little bit of synergy with this deck. Now, kind of going into where this deck kind of relies, we have the coin bonus that you can use coin bonus specifically after using Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking. So Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking allows you to kind of grab any 2 cards you want from your deck, put them on top of your deck, and now Gholdengo can draw them, drawing those exact 2 cards. Maybe you don't even have the Gholdengo out yet, you can use Radiant Greninja so that you're able to pitch an energy, get them back. Now you might be like, why would I want to pitch energies, especially when we're using Make It Rain? Well, that's a great question. We have superior energy retrieval that we can get our energies back from our discard pile. So as we're getting set up in the game, we have a lot of different ways, whether it's Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking and coin bonus, or Radiant Greninja, or we have Irida that can search out Radiant Greninja, can search out Iron Bundle, and can get us that other key piece like that original Energy Search Pro, or maybe a Rare Candy to evolve into Togekiss. Now, Togekiss kind of smooths things over, and this is where a lot of people are divided in the community. We have Togekiss version of the deck, and we have Palkia V-Star version of the deck. I'll explain the Palkia version in a little bit, but I do like that Togekiss kind of allows you to smooth over any kind of prize cards. So if you stumble a little bit, you can come back late game with a Togekiss and use that Wonder Kiss ability to go knock out on a 2 prizer, maybe now it's a 3 prizer, knock it on a 2 prizer, now it's a 3 prizer. So if we're able to shorten the amount of time in a game, and this is the type of deck that we have a lot of space, we can search out whatever we want, Togekiss does seem to naturally work. And maybe if we're playing against any kind of control or wall or stall variants, we might need to knock out less Pokemon. So for example, if we run into a Cornerstone Ogerpon that has a lot of HP, we might be able to knock that out with our single copy of Canceling Cologne, draw an extra prize card, then go after a Rotom V and knock that out, and now we're able to draw 6 prize cards off of only 2 attacks. So I think there's a lot of really cool things that you could do. The other version of the deck focuses on Palkia V-Star. Since we're discarding so many energies with our own Radiant Greninja and Make It Rain, Palkia V-Star, instead of going with all these different colored energies, you can focus more on the metal and the water. At least having 3 waters allows you to use Star Portal accelerating energies typically to your Radiant Greninja, to turn a single prize card Pokemon into a Pokemon that can draw upwards of 2 prize cards. You could also use Canceling Cologne to shut off your opponent's Manaphy, making it worthwhile for you to have some really cool plays. I think I like the Togekiss version a little bit better. Maybe it's because it's new and I'm a little bit biased, but in this video, we will be covering over the new version with Togekiss in the Gholdengo deck. So hopefully we're able to make it rain. The deck list is going to be available in the description and the pinned comment in the comment section. So if you want to copy and paste that right into PTCG Live, you can definitely play along with me if you're looking to do that. If you're missing any of the cards in real life, you can check out our sponsor at Kayfabe Cards. All of their sponsors are available in our description. They have a large selection of cards, a great group of people, and I get all my cards from them. You can also check out ptcgostore.com to get some code cards to build this deck online. Getting any code cards allows you to craft some credits and allowing you to use those credits to craft whatever Pokemon cards you want. You can use code TSS5 to save 5% off your order. That being said, I do want to jump into some gameplay. Probably going to get one, maybe more than one game with Gholdengo to show you what it really can do. So let's make it rain. Again, smash that like button, subscribe, and let us know what you think about Gholdengo in the comments. Let's jump into that gameplay. So we're going to call the opening coin flip. Let's see exactly what we got going on. And we got tails. I think I lost the coin flip. So hopefully if we get a chance to choose anything, typically I like to go first when it comes to this deck, so I'm able to evolve my Pokemon and start attacking right away. However, going second, not necessarily bad. There's an argument to go second because you get to play a supporter on your first turn. This is one of those things where had I gone first, I might not have necessarily had the opportunity to play an Irida. And I think, yeah, my opponent's going first. So let's see exactly what we have going on here. I think we're going to be able to use Irida for Buddy Poffin. Now we got to watch out for some of their spread damage, but we'll see exactly what our opponent does here. They have an energy to their active, so it is potentially like go Rare Candy, Dragapult, Slap on a Fire, and Snipe. I think what I want to do, typically we want to search through our deck with Irida. Since we're playing and we're just trying to gain information, we can always go Hisuian Heavy Ball. Now, I think we do have a couple of our energies prize. We do have a couple Buddy Poffins prize, and we do have a Superior Energy Retrieval prize. Nothing crazy, but we're also not going to have any freebie searches out of our prize cards when it comes down to it. So let's go ahead here and go for... it's tough. I think we have to go for Irida, and then off the Irida, what I think I want to start doing, since I can use Codebreakers next turn, I want to go Energy Search Pro, and I also want to search my deck for a Pokemon. Manaphy is not going to help us in this case. Iron Bundle could potentially be helpful, but I don't see us using it too much. Let's go ahead and use Manaphy. Now, you might be like, why didn't you grab Buddy Poffin there, Zach? It's because I want to start thinning out of my deck, and I want to start being able to use Radiant Greninja if possible. We also have those Night Stretchers that are great, and we can also use the Ultra Ball in our hand to search for a Gimmighoul. So let's go ahead. We always want to try to pitch our energies that we can't potentially use. Now, when it comes to our energies of importance, water, we could technically attack with Manaphy. We could technically, I think we could technically use Psychic Energy. So dark, fire, grass, anything that you don't have any potential use for. So let's go concealed cards. We're just going to rip a Grass Energy here. And I love these new terrestrial kind of themed energies from the UPC. Wow, 4 Night Stretchers. You love to see it, everybody. Let's go Ultra Ball, discarding a fire, and let's discard a dark. And we're just going to search for another Gimmighoul. Here, I don't think there's too much else we want to search for. Togepi is not something that we don't want to necessarily put down in a matchup where our opponent can just snipe it off the face of the planets. So decks where it's Regidrago that can copy Dragapult, and Dusclops, Dusknoir decks are pretty tough to deal with. So let's go ahead and go Gimmighoul. I also could have discarded the Manaphy, so that's probably my mistake, but I'm sure we'll find some other ways to discard cards. Let's go ahead and... sometimes it's tough to find a turn to attach an energy. I don't think this is necessarily going to be one of them. However, I think it's probably for the best, just in case our opponent plays Irida. I don't see a use for us to use anything else, so let's go ahead and pass our turn. With those Night Stretchers, we should be able to come up with a pretty solid plan on however we're going to be tackling into our opponents. If they do get a knockout on us, that's great. If they don't, I think we're in a really good spot to knock out that Drakeloak. So with our opponent just instantly evolving that one, they probably could have evolved the bench one, used Recon Directive, or benched it, played Iono. Maybe they would have had a better chance. Honestly, I'm not even upset at this. We should be able to go Ultra Ball, discarding some pieces, and then kind of getting set up. So I think we're like generally okay. Just know that we have our Night Stretchers at the bottom there. So that's something that if we do discard anything off of our Gholdengo, that we're in a tough spot. We did lose a lot of our energies. Probably can get a superior energy retrieval. We have to retreat the active, so we have 3 energies there. I think we're going to be okay off of our PokéStop. I just think maybe it's better for us to Ultra Ball first. Ultra Ball away a Rare Candy and a bundle. Maybe Ultra Ball away Counter Catcher and bundle, because it doesn't look like our opponent's really going to be attacking us this turn. It looks like they're going to be using their Technical Machine Evolution, and they're just getting prepared. So they're going to evolving likely into a Dusclops and a Drakeloak. And we'll see exactly what we can do here. Definitely a little bit of a weird start going after a single prize card Pokemon. Irida is going to be our savior here. So first and foremost, we want to play Irida. I don't see a reason why not to, because Irida is going to be able to grab us a superior energy retrieval that at least gets us the knockouts when it comes down to it. So let's go Irida. We're going to grab a Manaphy because we don't need it, and we're going to go ahead and grab the superior. This is going to shuffle up our deck enough. I don't care about the Iron Bundle right now, nor do I care about the... I probably don't care about Manaphy and Counter Catcher more, because I don't think our opponent's going to necessarily get ahead on prize cards super quickly. So let's go ahead, grab these. Let's grab the Gholdengo. And I think what I want to do, if worse comes to worse, I will discard Rare Candy and Iron Bundle. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I'm not like cutting myself too thin. Again, if we ever get Togepi out here, we can go Togepi, discard pile, Thorton, Rare Candy, Togekiss is going to be my game plan. So let's go ahead, use PokéStop, and let's start ripping through our deck. And we want to rip through before we use Superior, because we might be able to discard more pieces. In this case, I'm quite happy to kind of get out everything the way that we did. So let's go Earthen Vessel, discards the Iron Bundle, because I don't think we need it right now. Let's go ahead, grab a couple of our non-important energies. We're going to go ahead and rip one of these out of our hands, so we can use concealed cards. We just want to continuously draw cards if possible. We're going to go like this. We're going to go ahead, retreat into our Gimmighoul, evolving into Gholdengo. And let's go for coin bonus now that we're in the active spot, because we get that extra bonus card. Let's try to get another bonus card with this one, because we're not going to be able to switch in between the active spots. Okay, so I mean, when it comes down to it, I think what we're going to have to do, we could go Boss's Orders. I don't think our opponent's going to leave us with... I think it doesn't necessarily matter, so let's go ahead, rip. Let's grab all the energies. So do we have a Metal Energy in here? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm gonna just leave that back and put that back, just because it's more accessible with Night Stretcher. Maybe I could have discarded a Rare Candy instead of Boss. That might have been a little bit better. And I just need 2 energies to rip here. So let's go Grass and Fire, because I don't think that those energy types really matter. Don't try to overthink it, but like, again, like something like a Manaphy doing 20 damage sometimes could be like minorly important. I think the Togepi might attack for a singular psychic energy. You could technically attack with Iron Bundle, so those are the reasons why you'd want to have access to your energies. Are you really getting those out? No, but it's better to keep yourself with options. I think our opponent's best bet here is attacking Dusknoir hit active, then hitting for 260 if they're able to find Sparkling Crystal and an energy. And with us getting kind of Ionoed, our deck is somewhat Iono proof, just with us having Gholdengo, having with coin bonus, having access to concealed cards. So if our opponent doesn't really deal with much, like we're in a pretty good spot here. They either have to use their Dusknoir or pass and let us rip into the Dusknoir for 4 energies. At that point, then they can't knock out Gholdengo, and we're going to be up 4 prize cards to our opponent's 0 prize cards drawn. Which makes it a tough situation. However, they can try to knock out multiple Gholdengo at once, because 200 with 60 on the bench, boss or counter catcher or prime catcher if they play it, works. Not sure where they're going to put the damage. Right there on the Radiant Greninja, that's fine. That does put us at 4 prize cards remaining. If they're going to go with a Dragapult play, they are going to be off by a prize card. That Superior Energy Retrieval is also an amazing prize card for us to get. So I have no complaints there. Okay, they didn't even get to that far, so I guess they're just hoping that we did not make everything happen for us. They did go knocking out one of our Pokemon. I do have to be careful about something like the Fezandipiti, but I don't think it's going to necessarily matter to try to draw even more cards. So just be careful when it comes to using these situations. On benching down a Fezandipiti if you don't have to, because Gholdengo is normally fine. Do I want to use Nest Ball? I don't want to offer up another singular prize cards. I want to force my opponent into all 2 prize cards, so they basically wasted their Dusknoir. And this is where I'm going to go Ciphermaniac. Actually, I'm probably going to go Fezandipiti first, then I'm going to use Ciphermaniac. So we need 7 energies. Right now we have 3. So let's go ahead and before we do anything else, let's just go PokéStop. It is tempting to get that Togepi back out. I think what I'm going to try to do is try and I think we're like getting a little bit out there. Let's just go the Ciphermaniac and see what we could put on top of our deck. We already have a superior. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have like too many energies out of our deck. That's the issue. We do have Lost Vacuum, so what I'm going to try to do is trying to put a PokéStop on top of our deck and putting an energy on top of our deck. At least so we could try to draw through those. Let's go ahead and coin bonus, try to draw into those. Now you might be like, Zach, you've already used PokéStop. And we did get our other energy, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're still 2 energies away, which is mildly annoying. Let's go Buddy-Buddy Poffin and see what else we have here. Let's just go Gimmighoul to try to thin out our deck as much as possible. Us having those other energies prize is like mildly annoying. So let's go Vacuum, Lost Vacuum away this Buddy Poffin that we just don't need. Let's go ahead and PokéStop. We're going to try to rip that again. We need to try to get those other energies out. Honestly, not that bad. So we have 6 of the energies available. double check with Nest, see if there's anything else. Our chances of drawing into exactly the energy that we need is pretty low. So our next best way to draw, we could draw into something else with coin bonus. That doesn't help us there. We're now going to go Night Stretcher. Night Stretcher, we could knock out our opponent's benched Radiant Alakazam, but I think what's going to be best is for us to grab a Radiant Greninja. I'm going to concealed cards, pitch another one of these energies. And I don't think we're going to be able to get the knockout here. So in this case, I don't think it matters where we keep the knockout, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 5 is 300. We did end up missing. What I think I want to try to do is just make sure we can rip a superior energy retrieval so it's a little bit easier for future turns. We're going to rip these away. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 energies. Since this one's getting knocked out in the active, most likely, we're going to hit for 200 damage on our opponent's active right there, and that's going to take the knockouts. So kind of a bad turn from us. I'm trying to think if we could have maybe sequenced that a little bit better. Maybe we could have saved the Fezandipiti until after we used coin bonus, until after we tried to thin out some cards with PokéStop. Like, maybe there were some opportunities there. I don't think there's a way for our opponent to win the game in the next 2 turns. So I think we're kind of safe anyways. We could also go Thorton, Togekiss, and get set up there. So if there's anything that our opponent's doing, we could always just turn that Pokemon, this Gimmighoul, into something else. We do have to be careful about the amount of cards that we have left in our deck. We do have only 9 cards left in our deck, so that is something of that I am cautious of, because we just don't necessarily have unlimited resources. But we do have Radiant Greninja, we do have everything else. Now, yeah, looks like our opponent's gonna go knockouts. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what? Looks like they got their numbers all mixed up. I'm not entirely sure what our opponent's doing here. Okay, well, we might as well use our coin bonus. Some more cards, sure. Let's use this coin bonus. And the reason why I'm just using coin bonus here like this is I want to use Thorton to get Gimmighoul out. And our opponent's going to have to take 5 prize cards. So let's say they take 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're safe. So let's go. Even if we go Fezandipiti here, I'm just trying to think if there's other Pokemon that we could do that might be a little bit better. Let's go ahead and go Night Stretcher. I think what I want to do is just get the Gholdengo out. If I evolve this into Gholdengo, that sounds a little bit better. And I might want to take away Fezandipiti off the board, off the Thorton. I'm just trying to think if that makes the most sense. Yeah, so let's go Thorton onto our Fezandipiti. Just taking off some extra prize cards off our board. So let's turn into Fezandipiti. Fezandipiti goes away. We can now go Rare Candy Togekiss because that Fezandipiti's already been out for a turn. So that's going to activate our Wonder Kiss ability. So whenever we knock out our opponent's active, we should be in a good spot. We don't need Ciphermaniac anymore. So let's just go ahead, rip these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll keep the Metal Energy in there. We only need to discard 3 now. And the other thing that we could do with Night Stretcher is we could evolve our Gimmighoul into a Gholdengo. So whatever our opponent was trying to do is just over. Considering they're probably also not decking us out, we could probably draw a couple more cards with our coin bonus so that we're up a little bit. Let's go ahead here and go Make It Rain. And let's go Grass, Fire, and probably Psychic. So that's enough for the knockout on the Dragapult, and we're also going to use our Wonder Kiss ability. And did we get there? Tails. No. So it would have been great to try to get to that point if our opponent was able to get there, but not much that we really can do. Because if we got there, we could have prevented our opponent using Dragapult or using their Dusknoir, their Dusclops. So Togekiss definitely has its own kind of powers going on. So there's the Rare Candy. I know that they grabbed out a Sparkling Crystal. I guess we'll see how it goes because our opponent should be able to knock out our active. And then I think they're just in a position where if we have it, we win the game. Okay, so they go knockout on... They're going to move from the bench over to the active, just 1 damage counter. I guess 2 damage counters in this case. I don't know why they decided to do that, because I think it's up to... Is it up to? Move up to, yeah. So they could have moved 1, and I don't think they can get the knockout on this Pokemon. So I'm going to leave this Gholdengo up active. If they can somehow get the knockout on this Pokemon, then that's completely fine, because we're only at 1 prize card left. Pretty sure they're just going to go Phantom Dive. Now, I wouldn't have put down the Rotom Fiber them, just in case I could have played a boss's orders or anything like that. But otherwise, I think this seems pretty good. Yeah, there's Phantom Dive, and we have our extra energy in our discard pile, so we're just going to play a Superior Energy Retrieval and Night Stretcher to get all of our prize cards out there. We have 2 prize cards left. Togekiss didn't come in clutch this game, but it could have. And I think that's, like, if we can stop your opponent from doing anything, that's completely fine. So let's go Superior Energy Retrieval, discarding Buddy Poffin, and let's discard PokéStop because that doesn't matter. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go Night Stretcher for our other energy. And if worse comes to worse, if we didn't have the other energy, we could have always just gone Iron Bundle to try to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could also just draw through our entire deck as well in case there is anything else there hidden. There's a Dark Energy, so you could see that we could have got whatever we really wanted to. 400 damage is a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So an absolute huge knockout that we could have knocked at anything with. Even though we had that minor in-between game struggle due to prizing, it happens. And Togekiss, not clutch this game, but certainly some games you can get clutch and rob games with Togekiss for sure. And we're going to get one of those extra energies there too, I believe, off of our prize cards, while we just wait for everything. So there's that energy that could have helped us in the middle of the game, but we did get there overall. That totally deserves a sip of my Advanced GG. I've been using Advanced GG products. They're a proud sponsor of the Shuffle Squad, and I like their energy guava berry kind of supplements. So if you're looking for a boost of energy, check them out. But they also have focus and hydration supplements. So maybe something for everyone, maybe not everyone. Double check with your parents if you're under the age of 18 or the age of minority or anything else like that. But you can use code TSSWIN to save 10% off at Advanced GG. Let's jump into another game and see exactly what we could do. Do I want to go first? We'll try going first this game. I know last game we ended up going second. Not sure what happened there. I thought I won the coin flip. Maybe I didn't win the coin flip. PTCG Live confuses me. Did they win the coin flip? Okay, I'm going first. Maybe I just selected however it was. So hopefully we end up getting a decent hand with the Gimmighoul here. Honestly, this is pretty not bad. Let's go Gimmighoul here. Playing against Ceruledge, probably a tough matchup. Let's go Buddy Poffin. Let's grab out Gimmighoul. I probably want to play Togepi if I'm playing against this matchup. Do I have the Togekiss in deck? I don't have Togekiss in deck. So in this case, I'm going to grab Gimmighoul. I might have to be careful based off of them having Radiant Greninja Palkia V-Star. I think I have the Metal Energy, and I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we prize 1 energy. I don't know which one it is off the top. If you know, let me know in the comments below. But I think I'm just going to use Nest Ball, grab a Ninja. This deck doesn't typically play too much hand disruption, so I don't know if I'm going to attach for my turn or not. They could play Boss, though, so that is something to consider. We can double check through here. Oh, we didn't prize an energy. Maybe I just got it wrong. Oh, I think I was counting this energy separate of the metal. So Togekiss, 2 superiors, some really tough prize cards to deal with, but at least every time we take a prize card, it's going to be pretty good for us. Since I don't think they're playing the hand disruption, let's go ahead, rip through our deck here. This is me taking a guess on what my opponent, the way that they're playing their deck. So I am going to attach an energy here. I believe we only ever need 6 energies to make things happen, so let's go ahead and pass. This is only in case our opponent brings up Radiant Greninja. At that point, I could retreat Radiant Greninja and still attack with Gholdengo. If I do not attach an energy, I might not be able to attack if they go for a defensive boss. So that's where trying to proactively play around whatever our opponent can be throwing at us. Definitely shouldn't have attached that energy before using concealed cards, because that could have been tough for them. We also have to watch out for Briar. So honestly, like, we're kind of in a, this is probably a tougher matchup than I want. Togekiss would have made things a lot easier. Palk V-Star might have made things a little bit easier. Oh, Darkrai, just to get some other things back. If I could focus on their Darkrai, that's really something I'd like to focus on. Unfortunately, our boss is prized along with our Togekiss. So it's they don't even need that many energies to knock us out if it comes to it. So yep, it's gonna be interesting. So I think what I want to do here first is use Gholdengo, draw 2 cards, then decide if I want to use concealed cards, because I might not even have anything like a Ciphermaniac or anything else like that. Let's use Irida. Irida is going to be able to search me for a like an Ultra Ball, I guess, makes the most sense. And I think Iron Bundle is fine. I don't think they're going for the Palkia V-Star version. I think I'm probably going to actually grab Manaphy because I can discard that pretty easily. I'm also just going to try to pitch 1 more energy. I'll just pitch a Grass Energy, see what I can get off of this. Nothing spooky off of that. I don't know if I want to go for PokéStop quite yet. I think I'm just going to discard these 2, just grab another Gholdengo, keep my options open. And we're going to go ahead and put down Gholdengo. Maybe I can get something else off this. Like if I can get PokéStop, maybe I will put Togekiss down now, knowing that my opponent can't really snipe. If we get the Togekiss off of this, off of our prize cards ever, we're in a pretty good spot. That is a Thorton, so that can be quite helpful. So I am just going to play PokéStop. I mean, they're getting the knockout on us no matter what. That works out because we can Night Stretcher it back, at least. So let's go ahead, put this down. Probably no time for Thorton, just in case they play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have other energies in our discard pile, so we have everything, so we can go superior. Just trying to count the energies that we have. Just trying to set up in case they have Iono. We can make it rain and go for water, lightning and dark, because those don't really matter at all in this case. And let's see what we end up getting off of our magical prize cards. We're going to select number 4 and see if we get lucky. Did not get lucky. I mean, it's not a bad prize card, but I think the issue that we're going to run into is we will run out of steam before our opponent does. I mean, maybe if we get Togekiss off of one, like the next 2 prize cards, we can go 1, 2, 3. So it does give us potential hope. We need to hope that our opponent does not get out Ceruledge. There's their Ceruledge. 8 times 2 is 30 plus 160, 190, 190 times 2, 380 with their Abyssal Flames. So having weakness here certainly makes Ceruledge not a great matchup. So something to consider there. But let's put up our Gholdengo. This is fine. We're getting there. We have a Night Stretcher, so let's go ahead and draw cards for, I think what we could do, honestly, since we have a superior already, I just want to go ahead and Nest Ball and Iron Bundle, because we could always just grab our Fezandipiti. There's no reason not to. And what we can do is just get some free cards here. 1, 2, 3. We can go ahead and I don't know if maybe the other Nest Ball could be helpful to grab out our Gimmighoul. I don't see a reason why not. We can use our coin bonus here, get set up with that. 1, 2, honestly not bad. Let's use Night Stretcher. We can get back another Gholdengo. So I mean, in terms of our deck working, it's working. Our prize cards are tough this game. I probably don't want to use Radiant Greninja in the middle of the game. It's really going to be an early Pokemon, so if you're ever going to Thorton something, it might be a great Thortonable target. Because I do want to use the Superior Energy Retrieval to pitch here and pitch. I probably don't need this Rare Candy because we already have another one in our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I don't really care which energies because we're just going to be pitching 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can also just attach an energy here. I think I still have access to this coin bonus as well. Sometimes on PTCG Live, it's hard when I don't have markers to be using. So what our plan here is to try to draw Togekiss off of our prize cards. We have a 2 out of 5 chance when it comes down to it. So let's hope that we get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are able to respond. Maybe our opponent doesn't necessarily get a Ceruledge this upcoming turn, and we're good to kind of jump back into it. We did not get Togekiss, but we did get Boss. Honestly, I think we're probably just going to end up losing this game because we can't use Togekiss to try to draw 3 prize cards this turn. So it's unfortunate that Togekiss is in the other half of our prize cards, and our opponent is only 1 energy away from just getting the knockout with Abyssal Flames. We're kind of forced to knock out our opponent's Ceruledge. We don't have a single prize card Pokemon that can necessarily get out of the way. So all we can really do is use Togekiss to get set up. And with them having Darkrai V-Star here, they can just use, if they didn't use Star Abyss, they could have actually just waited next turn because I can't actually attack the Darkrai V-Star. They could have just really worked on something else, but maybe they'll just get another Ceruledge here, and another energy or something like that, and just call it a checkmate situation. So I think it's a little bit of our opponent's playing their cards a little early, but that's okay. I mean, sometimes it can happen like that. We don't have any kind of disruption. I know that Jeremy Gamilla and his brother Jared Gamilla have played a lot. They, instead of playing Thornton, I think they play a copy of Roxanne in their list. That can sometimes be helpful in situations like this. However, asking a Ceruledge that plays nearly 20 energies not to find an energy after that would be really tough. Now, we could probably, go boss orders against something like a Darkrai V-Star. However, our opponent does play cards such as Jet Energy to get them back. Honestly, I think it's better for us to try to take the knockout on our opponent's active and hope that something just doesn't go their way for whatever reason. Like maybe they can't find an energy, or maybe they attached the wrong Pokemon. Like, I'm not trying to super hope against our opponent here, but there's only so much that we can do. when it comes down to a situation like this. We could also use coin bonus here, draw an extra card. So like our deck, no problem drawing cards. We don't need this Earthen Vessel. We don't need this Buddy Poffin for the superior energy retrieval. So we're able to get back all the energies that we need. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have a Metal Energy attached. Yeah. So we're just going to go like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have another handful of energies here. So let's go superior energy retrieval. Let's discard. Could discard a Ciphermaniac and probably an Ultra Ball because those cards probably don't matter. I could have discarded the counter catcher because we're going to be at 1 prize card left. Let's just attach the energy here because that still leaves us with 4, 7, and we could go ahead and go make it rain. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's enough to knock the Sewer Ledge out. Maybe had we had the Togekiss, we could have got a coin flip there, won the game. So Togekiss could have won us the game over the Pokémon ASR had we had it this game. And literally Togekiss prize card 6 out of 6. Bottom right pocket, right? Like what are, or bottom left pocket, what are we supposed to do there? There's their fire energy. They're able to use Abyssal Flames. So sometimes if you run into a matchup with weakness, Gholdengo doesn't have all those minute playability things like you use with Charizard to overextend or reduce your opponent's hand size, or have a different type Pokemon, have a different single prize card Pokemon. You're more or less Gholdengo and Togekiss. Sometimes you gotta pray. This is a game that it didn't work out in my favor at all. I feel like we got a little bit unlucky, especially matchup wise and prize card wise, but we did play our best. We did get a good setup, and sometimes defeat can be humbling when it comes down to it. Gholdengo is not a perfect deck, but it is a deck that does set up well. It does have a lot of attack power, so I'm sure you could have seen through that game. Had we had things go a little bit differently for us, could have helped out, but no shame in it. Our opponent played great outside of what I think is that Darkrai play. Probably would have waited 1 more turn, and there's a few sequencing things, but otherwise played through ledge like a fierce opponent, and it's been fantastic. If you're trying to build our Gholdengo deck and try to protect it, check out our sponsor at Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard has great deck boxes, probably shown in a few videos, but this is my Worlds 2023 deck that I played in Yokohama, Japan. It's a Lost Tina, in case anyone's curious what it is. If you can see, these sleeves are the sleeves that I played at that World Championships. I regularly shuffle this deck on my desk, and I keep it in my deck box. This deck box, it falls off my desk all the time, keeps my deck protected. So check out Ultimate Guard for all those products. Let me close things out with an outro for this video. And that's what we got going on with our Gholdengo guide today. Hopefully you saw in the gameplay that this deck can set up, how we're able to get this deck set up, and some of the decision-making skills that it might take when playing this deck. I mean, I feel like I've done a great job of explaining how the strategy of this deck works, what a tournament-ready deck list looks like, and showed kind of the highlights and the lowlights of where this deck can see struggle, fail, and ultimately be a deck. It's not a perfect deck. It's definitely a higher tier deck. So if you are looking to pick up any of these cards, check out our sponsors at Kayfabe, PTC Geostore. If you need sleeves or any accessories, check out Ultimate Guard. And of course, if you need a boost in energy, check out Advanced GG. As for me, I do offer personal coaching. So if you liked what you saw in this video and you're looking for something a little bit more personalized, check out my coaching at metafy.gg/@zaclasage. I am accepting new clients before any of the upcoming major events. I should have a pretty decent schedule for anyone, whether you're located in the same time zone as me or pretty much any time zone. So whatever you're looking for to improve on, totally can help you get there. Got some trophies back there from my excellence of play, but now more days I lend my help to players getting a little bit better. Again, leaving a like, subscribing, and leaving a comment really does help our channel a lot. So if you want to help boost our channel for free, 100% all of that, or you can check out our Metafy group for some exclusive content such as articles, deck lists, and more. paid options, but it does help support the squad. Until then, got some more content on the way. Always a lot of great content on the channel. So thank you. Jeez. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate all of y'all, and have yourself a wonderful day. Want to support the Shuffle Squad? Be sure to check out all of our sponsors in the description to pick up Pokemon TCG singles, sealed, and PTCG live codes. You made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching this entire video from the Shuffle Squad. Honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate each and every person that supports our content, watches what we have going on every single day, every single week, even from time to time, and continuously allows us to have a forum to project our creative content towards the Pokemon TCG community. So if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and even leave a comment to help boost the YouTube algorithm. That being said, we'll catch you with our next video. Thanks again. Take it easy.